Yes, I'm click farming, but it's 100% true. I'm gonna say this is one of the biggest mistakes you can do as a trader, and I absolutely want to warn you for that. Let me just give you an update on my small account challenge. Started with 1,000, I'm up $100 for today. I traded today 3 positions. This is my P&L on VWAV. I have a loss of $70 on LIDR. I have a gain of $166 and on ALBT, basically break even. Now, my first loss is actually on a ticker that 100% should have been a green ticker. And the fact that it's red, it's all because of Ross of Warrior Trading. And I really want to warn you for the same mistake. So this is what I was doing yesterday. So I was on YouTube checking the videos of Ross of Warrior Trading, and he actually traded a similar ticker of me. He was green on a particular ticker and I was red on that ticker. So today I was thinking, let me trade a little bit similar to Ross, because Ross, he knows what he's doing. He's one of the immensely successful in trading, made $1 million last month, on track to make $1 million this month. So I basically wanted to copy a bit what he does. But there is one crucial mistake. I cannot copy him. I have a different strategy. I trade different type of stocks. I totally trade different than him. I have my own system, and a trade that today should have been beautifully green is now red because I tried to copy what he did instead of listening to my own strategy. And this is something I truly want you to warn you about. And this is not about Ross in particular, it's about any trader. Today, right now, I'm gonna share you my trades. It's the same idea. I can share the way I trade, I can share you my approach, but if you have a system with an edge, if you're still growing your account, if you're profitable and starting out, watching my exact trades will not help you because you need to trust your own system. So when is it good to have these recaps? When you're paper trading, when you're still discovering your edge, still don't have enough data, what you're good in, then you take a little bit bits of pieces from different traders to evolve your strategy, or maybe interpret their strategy and make it your own. And that way it's a very amazing inspiration to look how great traders trade, what they watch for, because you can adapt that into your own strategy without being influenced. But when you're past that stage, and you're truly in the stage of now I'm building and scaling, I trust my system, I trust my setups, I trust my approach, then it's quite dangerous to let the different voices and different approaches influence your own trading. Now, on the other hand, if your system is 100% dialed in, well, do what you like. Ross is an amazing trader. It's a great inspiration, but just be careful when you watch what you watch. Right now, I'm going to dive into my trading, the trades I took, where you can learn from them. And I really want you to take away the way I trade, not my setups, the way I think, the mistakes I made. And let's get into today. Yeah, here we have your beautiful first entry here. I kind of don't know why this sticker was, the price action was more like an IPO, not really here. They had like an investment. So I'm looking for actually a squeeze up here, and already got the squeeze right here because I apparently missed it. I got a squeeze here, looking to add to my position. Now, what was the first mistake I did? The first mistake here is taking profit here. This is not one of my profit targets. So I took here and I took it off at this high. And this is like a perspective how Ross of Warrior Trading would be trading. It's not my perspective. It's not my edge. It's not my data I backtest. I don't know if I'm profitable like this, but I took the setup. I took here my entry, here my exit. I didn't take the full exit. As a result, I missed my normal profit target. So this would have been a profitable trade by me trying to reinvent the wheel. Well, I just got chopped out, and this is such frustrating thing. So here, I was totally managing this trade incorrectly. So then here below view up, my stop loss, let's be very clear. My stop loss can be, but usually when I don't take profit that soon, my stop loss is here, not there. So that's already a mistake. So I already made my position smaller now without a reason, and we just got bought out on VWAP. So this very, very bullish sign, and my position is way smaller than I want it to be. Okay, then we reverse break now just because my position is so small, now my actually TP is further away. Now let's just fast forward. I never reached my actual TP and I had to just sell this position for a loss, which is just my own mistake, Okay, here things are actually getting interesting because we see here the support area. I don't know what's going to happen. Either we're going to break out here and we can go to the moon, or we can just break down and just slowly this IPO gets sold off. So we have here all these gaps can just be easily filled and people taking profit. That's two things that can happen. So I'm looking here now at this particular lows on 380. So we can see here, I'm looking at these lows. I'm looking at the lows. And okay, so let me see when to enter. So we break out with the volume. I had a stop order, but when the SSR is triggered, my stop loss, my stop entries don't work. So I missed my entry a little bit. So I had to enter manually. I was actually ready for the flush. Well, I entered there on the flush and I'm now placing in my orders and just expecting it to further sell off. Now it did sell off for a bit, but then it just got reclaimed. My stop loss got again triggered on that particular stock. Okay, on the upper stock, we see also some beautiful things going on. We jumped here above yesterday's highs. We have here the support resistance area, and I'm looking here for this possible break. We have here the pre-market highs. We are above. We have a nice jump off. We open here right at the highs of yesterday, and maybe we can squeeze higher. So I entered here for this break tried. I didn't have to follow through, took 50% off here, gave a bit more room, took my full position off the table. Well, that's a loss. So first try is a loss, but I don't mind losing the first try. There can be a second try, a third try. We'll see how this price action is gonna turn out in the meantime. So again, I'm looking at these highs for the second odds for a possible break. So if it can break right now, I will be bullish, and I don't want to see big resistance on the level 2. I'm now checking, is there big resistance on the level 2 or not? That's going to be a crucial factor in me deciding what to do, and depending how price is forming at this particular moment. So we are coming against these highs soon, and yes, so we have here this break. Let me just go a few seconds back. Here is a, oh, this is not what I saw. We do see here some big orders. So there's resistance, but if we can squeeze through that resistance, but we're still squeezing, so I'm still bullish. Yes, I agree with what I did. I would have been long in hindsight. Still good trade. Yeah, we keep on squeezing. So now I'm looking at my profit targets where we end up. I'm bullish. That is my TP. So I do expect some decent squeeze, but we cannot hold. So we got this is a kangaroo tail. This is quite a bearish sign. So I'm still trusting the long. I added back to my position. Yes, I added back here again. Bam. Okay, so we had to squeeze. We squeeze here above these highs. We don't see resistance on level 2. We got here price action. We squeeze above the highs. All good trades. So I kept on adding in this trade for a possible squeeze. But again, we got sold off. So I had to take it off the table, and I had to take my long position. Was apparently not working. So I switched to the short side. This is a little bit of an aggressive thing. We see this, if it cannot hold this support area here and we break flush through here, that means I can add to my position. I had here an other add, and I expect a rejection because my breakouts, they keep on failing, and we see here a kangaroo tail, we see another kangaroo tail. So I'm expecting, hey, here's some decent resistance. So yes, obviously we can still squeeze. If we get a short squeeze, yeah, bam, we can go up. But on the other hand, we just might go short. So I'm building right now my short position. I add to that position there because I was small size. So I'm trying to go to my risk. We end up reaching towards my entry right there. And at this point, I'm totally not certain what's going to happen, because if we can squeeze higher here, we have room to run. If volume comes in, the shorts, I have to buy back, and then I will switch bias. Now building my short position, and not really certain what's gonna happen. Now my risk is $15, but I can go to max around 2.5 hours, meaning my absolute max loss will be $38. Now my stop loss at 33, and let's see how this is gonna turn out. Okay, this was fast, so let's see what all of a sudden happened. So I had here my add to this position, and immediately we got a big flush. Usually that means there's an offering. Like these are the price action that offering does. So right now I'm short there, reached my first TP there at VWAP, which already set. So that's wonderful. And now I'm setting my second TP, and yeah, it continues trading, and immediately we reach here my second TP. Wonderful, managed that trade. I couldn't got more, and that's a bit of a theme today. I protected here my gain, so I added later here to my position. And the thing is, I need to have my runner. Here I had like a protective stop, but this stop should have been above VWAP. And I just got stopped here for nothing because I wanted to protect some profits. A rule that my runner can be protected. It's like fear trading, and that's not what I like. Like here is already, this is okay. I protect half of my position, half of my profit. That's a good stop. This stop cannot be happening. And then as a result, whatever would be here would have been there. And this would be a gain of around, okay, then we go to the trades where I made the most mistakes on, a little bit frustrating. So here, my short didn't work out. So 100% the way I approached trading, unfortunately my TPs were not according to my plan. So that's not good trading, unfortunately here. My short position was solid, didn't work out. And then my long a bit too soon. But here at this high, is here my first entry. It was not working out. I tried here my second entry. Yes, we have here this beautiful long that I traded here. So I have here my Volcano setup. Worked great. And then here is something I was frustrating because I was kept on losing on the sticker. And I hit here my stop loss, and I had a runner, but my stop loss should always be below VWAP. But when I saw this, it came back to these highs, it broke out of these highs. I just saw like, you know what, I'm just gonna protect this gain. Now, as a result, let me just check how much I missed out on. So here I got out of my runner. As a result, I missed all this move from $7 to, yeah, we can now do $10 or even the highs. If I would exit at the close, would be around $11. So I missed that move because I could not sit with that discomfort, because I did not want to give back, and therefore I missed out of the run. And I take profits, and then I runner, and my system exactly works because I catch these runners, I catch these moves. That's why I don't have to have a high win rate, because I catch this particular moves. But that's also why it's so important for me. I need to catch the moves. I cannot try to do somebody else's strategy, because then my edge is fading. My typical breakout setup, but it's quite a bear holder chart. So I was expecting it, like we have some volume, small caps are quite in. This one doesn't have a lot of volume. All of these peaks don't have so much volume, the only peak here. This one has a bunch of volume, so so I was expecting, hey, we can run to the 650s if we have a beautiful squeeze. So I was looking for a possible entry. Let me check if it actually was a good entry. So I was looking here for a possible entry. So first, this would have been an entry, kind of missed it, and this, like, yeah, sure, this is an entry for the squeeze upwards. Then volume came in. I got stopped out, and immediately we got bought up on VWAP. This is kind of a bit of a risky re-entry, but I still decided to re-enter. And then with volume, we just broke VWAP. This is not my favorite short setup, but I still did it. Oopsie. This is truly not my favorite short setup, but we had here this break of VWAP with volume. Not really my favorite setup. I do trade it sometimes. And I was looking here for a possible add if some volume on the short side would step in. Never stepped in, and well, I took profit at the end of the day. This time I did let it run. Hope that was useful, but keep in mind, don't try to trade my strategy. Don't trade my strategy, but keep in mind, trade your own edge. That's going to be the most important thing. If you don't have an edge, don't try to copy me, don't try to copy someone else, but use the elements, use the things to develop your own edge. But use it, use what I say, use the way I think, use the indicators, steal elements from strategies, but don't copy. Well, hope that helps, and well, see you tomorrow.